close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.
Tonight's game is an historical one as Vauxhall Motors make a trip for the first time ever to the Isle of Man to face FC Isle of Man here at the Bowl. Who'd have thought we'd need our passports for a counties game? As always, our coverage is brought to you by Baltic Apprenticeships. The Motors are riding high, aren't they, after Tuesday's win against Withenshaw Town. Goals from Michael Berkey, Lewis Buckley and Ben Kelly secured a 3-0 win for the Motors in an ill-tempered affair which saw no less than 5 red cards. So an important win, but at somewhat of a cost. That didn't deter manager Mick McGraw, however, he was in a buoyant mood after the game.
Right, Mick, we can tell you it was an action-packed game. First off, fantastic result for your team.
Yeah, I thought we were well deserved, to be honest. I think apart from some moments that they have because they're a quality team, I thought we dominated the whole game. I mean, first half we could have scored quite a few. Don't get me wrong, they had little chances, but I thought we controlled the game well. Yeah, the first half was really good. Probably best we've played for a while. But as I said, we're a team that needs to play on the edge, and we're a team that needs to be up for games. And I think tonight just showed why we're where we are, and we're in the hunt for the top 3 or the top 2, whatever it's going to be. But you know, no point winning today and not winning on Saturday.
2 first half goals, they were well taken goals as well.
Yeah, the front 3 were really good tonight. Paul Connor deserved the goal as well for his railway, but the Lewis and Berkey were just top draw, weren't they? Some great finishes.
And after the second goal, Berkey ran right towards you and jumped in your arms.
Yeah, I just mean, you know what I mean? We're with each other, 3-4 times a week. You know, I feel their pain when we get beat, and they feel mine, and just a little bit of joy in it.
It's a different kind of game in the second half. Had players playing in all kinds of positions, but they kept Withenshaw to limited chances.
Yeah, I think they got silly to the second half. Really disappointed in my individual players for getting drawn into certain things, but I thought the officiating was second half was atrocious. We've had 5 men sent off in the second half, 3 to us, 2 to them. Did he need to send people off? I doubt it. I think 2 of them were reds, if I'm going to be honest. I think the rest were just yellow cards. Ethan's is an absolute disgrace. But you know, I'm not here to talk about the referee, it's all about my lads and how good we were, even with 8 men, 9 men. We scored another great goal. Ben Kelly, come on, sub. Everyone made an impact tonight, and that's what it's about, the squad.
Just on those red cards, slightly costly because you'll miss those players now.
Yeah, but what I will say is it's opportunity for other lads in it, but so the dressing room is bouncing.
Just finally, that sent a marker out to the rest of the league, saying we are serious contenders.
We are serious. We want to be there, but as I said, there's no point coming to Withenshaw on a Tuesday night, winning and then going to the Isle of Man Saturday and not getting nothing. So we'll give them the night off Thursday because we've got a long weekend, haven't we? But yeah, so I just want to thank it. We had a good crowd here tonight following us. Obviously all you lads, the media lads, but the committee, you know, even people come from our end, you know, I hope they're happy.
Well, we certainly are happy. Congratulations on the big win, mate.
Newly promoted FC Isle of Man have found their first season in the Premier Division somewhat of a struggle. They replaced Chris Bass as manager with Paul Jones midway through the season, and they sit 17th on the table. Maybe having one eye over the shoulder at Burscough, who are in 21st place and just 5 points back. However, a season-defining run awaits them. A trip to Kendal and a double header against the nearest rival, Squires Gate. Wins there could see them pushing towards the top half of the table. When the Ravens visited Van Eupen Arena in August, goals from Ben Holmes' penalty and Bobby McDonald's header established a 2-0 lead for the Motors. But the Ravens finished strongly, with Jack McVeigh replying for the visitors. However, the Motors held on and kept their 100% winning record at the time intact in what would end up being a 16-game unbeaten run. With Tuesday's win over Withenshaw Town and Avro's defeat to Longbridge, opportunity knocks for Vauxhall as they can give themselves breathing space between them and the chasing pack. What is being billed as a season-defining week could end on the perfect high with a win here tonight at the Bowl.
We're here for an historical night for
Vauxhall Motors, they make the first ever trip to the Isle of Man to face FC Isle of Man here at the Bowl. And a treat for me tonight, I'm joined by typically my boss, I think, Rhys Gavin. And I found out today, Rhys, that Rhys Gavin is actually Manx for sore head. Is that true or not?
I did have a very sore head when I woke up this morning, if that's got anything to do with it, but yeah, probably correlates my life, to be fair, mate.
Good to be here tonight at the Bowl, and it's been quite the trip so far, Rhys.
Very good trip. I've been very impressed by the Isle of Man, first time here, so I've enjoyed it. Everyone been very welcoming, to be fair, so looking forward to the game and obviously tonight.
And it could be quite a season-defining week for the Motors. We'll run through the teams before kick-off, and we'll start with the men in toxic yellow or green. So in goal, the returning Kieran O'Loughlin, 2 Ben Dufton Kelly, 3 Greg Drummond, 4 Marcus James, and 5 making his first start for Vauxhall is James McCulloch. 6 Aaron Dawson, 7 Michael Berkey, 8 and captain on the side today in the absence of the substitute Tom Mitchell is Ben Holmes. 9, as always, Lewis Buckley as the striker, and he's being supported by Jordan Deere, number 10, and Connor Harwood, number 11. For the Ravens, there's been a late change in goal as James Rice has been forced to withdraw through injury, and he's been replaced by Ben Wilkinson. Number 2 is Owen Sherrard, who signed for the club this week. 3 Ryan Burns, 4 Carl Clark, 5 Alex Maitland, 6 Ronan McDonnell, 7 and captain Stephen Whitley, 8 Tiernan Garvey, 9 Fiora Davis, 10 Thomas Creer, 11 Jacob Crook. I'll quickly run through the subs. For the Motors, Tom Mitchell, Ethan Goldborn, Sean Mosscroft, Matty Beeman, who returns to the side, and Joe Brandon. And for FC Isle of Man, Frank Jones, Jamie Corlett, Charlie Higgins, Carl Watson, and Philip Kelly. So just as we're about to get underway here at the Bowl, I never thought I'd have to get on a plane for a counties game, but here we are. And as I said before, this could be quite a week in Vauxhall season.
Yeah, it could be a very, very important week in the season. Obviously, Wythenshawe and Avery weren't playing in the league anyway today, but Wythenshawe game called off. The teams have to chase us. If we can win today, go 5 points top, then it's all in our hands at the moment, isn't it? So hopefully 3 points today and pressure on the clubs below us.
5 points, and I think it'll be with a game in hand, or will this be the game in hand?
This is the game in hand today.
So we're underway. Vauxhall kicking from left to right.
Looking forward to seeing James McCulloch today make his debut. Well, first start.
Yeah, first start.
Very impressive when he come on at Wythenshawe, and hopefully he can build on that and make his mark on the team.
He came in for a pretty uneventful game Tuesday night, Wythenshawe, just 5 red cards.
Well, to be fair, since we arrived at the Isle of Man, I think the question everyone's asked me is, what was that game like against Wythenshawe on Tuesday?
I tell you what, it's certainly been popular on our YouTube channel. Within 2 days, it's touched 1,000 views.
With any title with 5 red cards in a game, you're watching it, aren't you?
Maybe we should put that as a title in every video. Good bit of early possession for the home side, who got a bit of a young squad these days, newly in the league, and first foul of the game with McCulloch, who's straight into the action, giving away a free kick.
Looked like a good football inside so far. Isle of Man looked like they want to get the ball down, obviously on the 4G surface, and try play a nice bit of football.
And it's a nice noise, a good noise, isn't it? A good crowd here tonight.
Very good atmosphere.
So it's about 30 yards out. I'm just wondering if Fiora Davis is going to be tempted by the shot at goal, testing Kieran O'Loughlin out in the goal. He's gone for it.
Tied it up.
Oh! Cracked the bar.
That is an unbelievable strike.
It's still not cleared. It's in the Vauxhall box. And O'Loughlin eventually falls on top of him. What an effort from the number 9.
What a strike that is. When I seen him line it up, I thought, he's not going to hit this. He's not. And crossbar, post, and then hit the ground, I think.
It's still shaken now. It was one of those like knuckleball techniques. It was a great technique.
I wouldn't want to be kidding Southern goal watching that come towards me. That's all I'm going to say. It always fascinates me how big that kit is on Jordan Deere.
Yeah, gets a start today. He's been a sub the last few games, but I think before that he played pretty much every game.
I mean, we all know Jordan, he's never happy sitting on the bench, and he's always the first to complain when he is. But
I don't think he's ever happy full stop.
No, but very, very good player, and very young still, but part of a project for the club, to be fair. Brought him in last season in the hopes to progress and obviously push on for the title this season, and he's been just that. He's had some fantastic moments as well.
Good footwork from James to get himself out of a hole. McCulloch's pass finds Harwood. But FC Alaman are dogged. They're not letting Vauxhall breathe for a second. Ball over the top for Burke. Calls offside, but the official waves play on. And Burke's in the box now. He cuts inside. He gets
Yes!
Berkey breaks the deadlock.
Michael Berkey.
It was a brilliant finish. He took his time. He had a few chances to get the shot away. He took his time and he nested it underneath the goalkeeper. 1-0 to the Motors.
We're just speaking of Michael Berkey then, and what a player and what a goal that was. There was several times there where he could have got his shot off early, but he was calm, composed. He took it past the defender, sat a few down, slots it past the goalkeeper, and that's big for Vauxhall Motors. That's what we wanted, a nice early lead.
And that's his 11th goal of the season. He's having quite the season, Michael Berkey. And that one, although a classy finish, rather simple by his standards.
It must be so hard to defend against Michael Berkey, because even when you watch him, you don't know what he's going to do you?
Like I said before, he'll go round you on the outside, cut inside. I think he sent 2 defenders out for the local paper there.
What I always say about Berkey is I don't even think Berkey knows what he's going to do next.
McCulloch shanks his clearance, and this might present a chance for Whitley, but Dustin Kelly mossed that one up, he gets support from McCulloch and he clears it, but only as far as Crook. Now FC Alaman a go again. Just going back to Berkey, obviously talented and his teammates know that, but he must be frustrating to play with, because like you said, you don't know what he's going to do. He's such a mercurial talent.
He's something that I can't, when we play teams in our league, that when we play them, I've never come across a player like Michael Berkey. He just does what Michael Berkey wants to do. And to be fair, you might moan every now and then. He might make a bad decision, or he might not pass the ball when you want the ball. But when he creates moments like that, it's worth it, isn't it?
They're like 8. Why are they joining in with us? Welcome to the Alaman, where our 12-year-olds are just
Berkey sends it across to Harwood, and it's a good touch from the winger. Good strength from the winger.
Oh!
Good save, and the keeper just couldn't get out to his feet to get more on a shot.
What a save.
It's a good save, and he did really well to hold off the defender.
Goalkeeper made himself big. Arms out, made a very good save there from the young lad who's just stepped in.
And it looks like there's a few Alaman players down in the box.
That's come from an Everton fan as well. Oh, God help, yeah.
Buckley gives it to Berkey. He's shaping up for the shot. He lets it fly.
Yes!
And he finds the bottom corner. Keeper stretching for all his work, but he couldn't reach it.
It's the Michael Berkey show once again.
Doubles the lead, doubles his goal tally for the game. And that's the advantage that the Motors were seeking early in the second half. Motors 2-0 up. Good finish that, Reese.
Yeah, very good. Michael Berkey always confident on the ball, driving into the space, and very good finish. Keeper once again had absolutely no chance. And here we are once again at the Michael Berkey show. Thanks for all coming.
He combined well with Buckley again. Got the pass and took it from the centre of the D, just to the right-hand side of the pitch. Or towards the right-hand side of the pitch, and sent it back the way it came.
Number 2, Aaron Gerrard.
Support Motors 2-0 up.
Number 17, Phil Kelly.
And that goal has sparked the changes from FC Isle of Man. Going off as the recently signed Owen Sherrard at number 2. And on in his place, number 17, Philip Kelly. Now a mountain to climb for Isle of Man. If it was anything like those hills I climbed this afternoon, then they've got no chance.
The water to the ground wasn't particularly nice, to be fair.
I ended up in someone's back garden.
Yeah, well, the social club looked like it was in someone's back garden, literally. Paula had us absolutely everywhere.
Berkey play, oh, it's just cut out. It was an eye of the needle stuff from Berkey. Dawson at the edge of the box. Oh. He absolutely rifles it past the goalkeeper. 3-0 Vauxhall, commanding position. You have to fancy that's game over.
And the
now.
Celebrations begin. The players run over to the fans, hands in the air, and I think Vauxhall Motors know that's game, set, and match.
It's a rare goal for Dawson with his left foot as well. He absolutely smashed it underneath the keeper.
Running onto the ball, difficult one there to keep low, but brilliant effort.
It looked like Buckley's pass was actually to no one, and then he came charging onto it. And puts Vauxhall 3-0 up.
Songs from the away supporters, we're going to win the league.
Not just in a commanding position in this game, but now with a real stranglehold at the top of the table. And that goal won't be greeted too well in part of Greater Manchester tonight. Good strength from Goldborn. Sends Beeman into space. Referee plays advantage after the foul.
Linesman will give it a foul. Referee played advantage. Good advantage.
Goldborn sprays it out to Brandon. Vauxhall just content to keep the ball now as we are in stoppage time. The Olays from the travelling fans.
And that's it.
Happens, and the referee blows for the full-time whistle. A second goal from Michael Berkey and a left foot pile driver from standing captain for most of the second half, Aaron Dawson. Sure, it's a 3-0 win for the Motors and a very successful first trip to the Isle of Man. And that caps off a brilliant week for the Motors, 2 consecutive 3-0 wins away from home, and that puts Vauxhall in a really strong position at the top of the Premier Division table. Sum up that second half of the game and the week as a whole.
Second half, I think the quality shown in the end. Michael Berkey obviously killing the game off of his second, and then good to get a third towards the end of the game. It's been a brilliant week, 2 wins. We'd have took 6 points all day. We'd liked it to be 9 out of 9 if the Winsford game went ahead, but that's another story. Big credit to all the following fans, the Ellesmere Port social lads, all over in the lane, still singing their hearts out from start to finish as the players make their way over. And a special shout out to Keith and Marge, Paula's mum and dad. Everton didn't get you the 3 points, but Vauxhall Motors certainly didn't disappoint.
The Motors to do that. And we'd just like to say thank you to our hosts today, FC Isle of Man. Their hospitality is fantastic, and with a couple of important games coming up against Kendal Town and a double-header against Squiresgate, we wish them luck as they look to climb the table of the Premier Division. But today, it's a fantastic day for the Motors, and it finishes FC Isle of Man 0, Vauxhall Motors 3. Mate, congratulations on the win. A thoroughly professional performance from your side tonight.
Yeah, I thought first half they run around a lot of energy, just shed them bodies forward. I think we scored at the right time first half. Went in 1-0. Yeah, I thought we did okay. We weathered the storm because they put so many bodies forward. And second half, I thought once the second one went in, it was comfortable. I thought we kept the ball well, better second half. They had a little bit of a threat, but I don't think Keane made one save in the whole match. Park had a free kick after a minute, but other than that, I thought it was comfortable.
Mention that free kick, things might have been a little bit different at that. Just creeped in under the bar.
50 yards, I want it. Great shot to be fair to the lad.
Michael Berkey with 2 goals, man of the match performance. He's got the plaudits to the fans as well. It was a great performance from him.
Yeah, he was exceptional today, wasn't he? That's what Berkey can do on Astro. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes this is a surface. But yeah, he scored 3 in a week. He's done it.
And Aaron Dawson with a great finish as well. Good goal for him too.
Yeah, I thought all 3 goals were really good goals. I mean, Jabba's little dummy for Az's great finish. And Az is coming into his own now. He's getting a bit more fitter, playing more games. Yeah, and he's doing well in front of the back four.
And we kept mentioning on commentary that Jordan Deere was sweeping up everything. He was dropping deep, and is that a different role he's playing now?
No, we just asked him to be more disciplined without the ball, really. Obviously, we know how talented he is with the ball, but obviously there's another side to the game, isn't there? I mean, we ask him to, he needs to be involved without the ball and do more. Unfortunately, he was really good tonight.
And just looking at the bigger picture, 2 massive wins this week, setting up nicely for the rest of the season.
Yeah, 6 goals, 2 clean sheets. I mean, we pride ourselves on clean sheets, 20 goals conceded all season. I think that's a credit to, it's not just the back four, it's everyone collectively. But yeah, we'd have took that at the stars of the week, wouldn't we? Top of the league, we've got a little bit of a gap now, what we've needed. But it means nothing, does it? We've got 16 games to go. We've got a points tally that we need to get to, and just got to keep winning.
And just finally, your thoughts on the trip to the Isle of Man?
So, massive thanks to Isle of Man, because the organisation's been tremendous. I mean, the people on the island, and I want to thank everyone who's come over. I mean, we've took a lot of numbers here today. It just shows that the club's growing and we're going in the right direction, but hopefully there's something at the end of it.
Here. Well, congratulations on the win, mate.
Cheers, mate.